Hello and welcome to another episode of AutoBuddy on Haiku. I'm your host, Roshun. This week, I thought I'll share my thoughts on a vehicle that has become quite a legend in India, something that's instantly recognizable as a classic design. That's right, the new Mahindra Thar that was unveiled on Independence Day. The reactions from people have been Baby Wrangler, Jeep Wrangler clone, etc. Well, I don't fault them for saying that, but I don't think many know the history of the Mahindra Thar as we know it today. Mahindra and Jeep go back a long time, way back to the 1940s. Mahindra was making Jeeps, the civilian Jeep to be precise, under license from Jeep in India since then until the mid-80s. Today, Jeep is a brand name owned by Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, but the design is so iconic, it has generically become known as Jeep. Mahindra made the CJ3A followed by the CJ3B and then the CJ5 design, which Mahindra launched as the MM540 in the mid-1980s, and later as the MM550 with an updated gearbox and engine. It continued the CJ3B design in the Mahindra Major and Classic as well. In 2010, Mahindra launched a relatively modern variant with a common rail diesel engine. It was a mix and match of sorts with the MM540 body shell placed over a chassis. That was a mix of Scorpio and Bolero bits. However, it had good off-road prowess. This version Mahindra tried to sell in the US as a Roxor, an off-roader, but got into trouble with FCA for the design. Yes, today the Jeep brand does not see eye to eye with Mahindra, which is why the new 2020 version of the Thar isn't likely to sell in many global markets and definitely not in the US. But who's complaining? In India, we get this iconic design continuing in a much better guise. It is based on an improved chassis from the Scorpio and the TUV 300 with a whole new body shell, keeping the design cues from the original intact. It has got a whole lot of new technology in it. It comes with a newly developed 2-liter turbocharged petrol engine, putting out 150 bhp of power and 320 Newton meters of torque, with a 6-speed automatic transmission or a 6-speed manual transmission. It also gets a 2.2-liter diesel engine, putting out 130 bhp and 330 Newton meters of torque, also with a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic transmission. All variants of the Thar come with 4-wheel drive with low range for proper off-road usage. It gets mechanically locking differential as standard on the rear, and the top spec models get a brake diff lock capability for the front axle too. This should probably make the Thar the best off-road vehicle that Mahindra has ever built till now. And yet, it offers a fair degree of creature comforts as well. It has a nicely designed cabin with air conditioning, power steering, power windows, power mirrors. It gets a touchscreen infotainment system with off-road gauges, and better still, it's also all waterproof, just in case you take the top off and get drenched in the rain. There are variants with a fixed soft top, a convertible soft top and a hard top, which can also be removed if you want. It is a family vehicle. No, not really. But it is now much more practical than before for everyday use as well as for off-road use. There are no prices yet. Prices will come out on October 2nd. Expected to be priced between the TUV 300 and the Scorpio, so we're thinking prices would be between 11 lakhs and 15 lakhs ex-showroom. Oh, and yes, a bit of trivia. In the mid-1980s, when Mahindra launched the MM540, they came out with an ad which had a tagline that said, "Will you let your daughter marry the man who drives the Jeep?" After seeing the new Thar, will you?